I also want to congratulate Vivek because he did a hell of a job. He came from zero, and he's got a big percent, probably 8%, almost 8%, and that's an amazing job. They all did. They're all very smart people, very capable people.
Tomorrow, I'm going to appear with Donald Trump at a rally in New Hampshire to lay out what I see and what we see for the future of the country. And you know what? We're going to do our part to save this country. And I'm going to ask you guys to celebrate not the end of this campaign, but the beginning of the next phase of our movement. So may our best days be ahead of us, guys. God bless you and your families, and we love you all.
Let's dive into the heart of the matter of today's video. Vivek Ramaswamy endorses Trump and drops out GOP race as Nikki Haley celebrates defeat in Iowa. Hey folks, gather around for some juicy gossip from the aftermath of the Iowa caucus. Picture this, a historic night for Trump, like fireworks in a cheese factory. So what's the scoop? Well, brace yourselves because Vivek Ramaswamy, in a move that's more dramatic than a soap opera finale, is bowing out of the GOP race. But wait, it gets better. He's not just calling it quits. He's tossing his support behind the Trumpster and planning a campaign rendezvous in New Hampshire. Cue the dramatic music, please. Now you might be clutching your pearls in disbelief, but fear not, my friends. This twist isn't as shocking as finding out your pet goldfish is running for president. In fact, it's probably the best thing Vivek could have done. And guess what? I'm here to spill the tea and serve up my 2 cents on this wild turn of events. But before we dive into the gossip, let's kick back and enjoy the show. We've got a video of Vivek Ramaswamy dropping this bombshell, and trust me, it's better than a cat playing the piano. Grab your popcorn, sit back, and let's unravel this political roller coaster together.
Now, this is a campaign founded on speaking the truth. Not just when it's easy, but when it's hard. Not just to the Democrats, but to our own side. And not just to other campaigns and candidacies, but to ours. And so I will stick to the truth tonight. The first hard truth, and this one's hard for me. I got to admit this. But we've looked at it every which way, and I think it is true that we did not achieve the surprise that we wanted to deliver tonight. And I think that that's just a hard fact that we're going to have to accept as a campaign. And the question then is, what do we do that is right for our country? And so Purv and I, we actually didn't make this contingency plan before everybody told us to. We said, no, we're not doing that. But we talked about it tonight. We took a little bit of time in our apartment in Des Moines before coming here to make some hard choices. And I wanted to make a couple of announcements tonight to get the business out of the way. And then I want to tell you where we're going. As of this moment, we are going to suspend this presidential campaign. And this is going to have to be, there is no path for me to be the next president absent things that we don't want to see happen in this country. And I think that I am very worried for our country. I think we are skating on thin ice as a nation. We have done everything in our part to make, and done, every one of us in this room has done our part to save this country. And I am so proud of every one of you who have lifted us up. But we're a campaign founded on the truth. And so that's why we've made that decision today. And I'm also making the decision that this has to be an America First candidate in that White House. As I've said since the beginning, there are 2 America First candidates in this race. And earlier tonight, I called Donald Trump to tell him that I congratulated him on his victory. And now going forward, he will have my full endorsement for the presidency. And I think we're going to do the right thing for this country. And so I'm going to ask you to follow me in taking our America First movement to the next level. It did not begin in 2016. It began in 1776.
All right, so you've all caught wind of the buzz surrounding Vivek Ramaswamy, the young, brainy dynamo who's been turning heads in the political sphere lately. I mean, the guy's got smarts, an insane work ethic, and ideas that could take the American First movement to a whole new level. It's like he's out there putting the pedal to the metal, pushing the envelope, and making us all sit up and take notice. I've never seen anyone articulate the America First agenda quite like him. It's almost like he's the maestro of this political symphony, you know. Now, obviously, it's a bit of a bummer that he decided to throw in the towel on the race. I'm not exactly throwing confetti about it, but hey, when you crunch the numbers from the Iowa caucus, it's like, okay, maybe this is for the best. Let's face it, the dude hustled in Iowa more events than everyone else combined, and what does he get? A solid 8% of the vote. Now, you could say that's a victory considering he was practically an unknown just a year ago. It's like he went from nobody to the 8% hero in Iowa. Props to the guy, right? But then, the disappointment hits. Like, seriously. Only 8% of Iowans can see this man's brilliance, work ethic, intelligence, and his knack for tackling issues head-on. That's the head-scratcher right there. It's like, come on people, open your eyes and see what this guy's all about. It leaves me with a bunch of questions, but you know what? Let's not dive into that rabbit hole in this video. It's a can of worms we can save for another day. So, Vivek Ramaswamy laid out the conservative values loud and clear: hard work, meritocracy, family, faith, freedom. He put these things front and center in his campaign, and let me tell you, it was like a breath of fresh air. The dude took on the liberal media like a boss, promoting the America First agenda in ways we've never witnessed before. That's the real gem of his contribution to the movement. And even though he's dropping out, he's doing it with style and grace. Instead of getting all huffy and puffy about the results, he's like, you know what? Let's keep it classy. He bows out, endorses Trump, and gears up the campaign for him in New Hampshire. It's like, okay, this guy's not just talk, he's action. There's this whole trust issue some folks seem to have with Vivek, calling him a smooth talker or a potential backstabber. But hold up. The man kept his promise, dropped out when he said he would, and is now firmly in Trump's corner. Now let's talk Nikki Haley, or as I like to call her, Nimrata. She steps up after the Iowa caucuses, boldly declaring it's now a two-man race. Well, isn't that a proclamation? It's like she's the referee blowing the whistle, calling the shots. But hey, who knows what game she's playing? Time will tell how this all unfolds, and whether Vivek's energy and work ethic will find a place in Trump's inner circle. I mean, imagine him as vice president. Stranger things have happened, right? It's like a plot twist we didn't see coming.
We have had an amazing 11 months here in the Hawkeye State. I came to Iowa early and often, and I kept coming back, even though the cold weather is brutal. But the kindness of Iowans will never be lost on me. You're faithful, patriotic, and hardworking Americans, and I will forever be grateful for the time that we had. At one point in this campaign, there were 14 of us running. I was at 2% in the polls. But tonight, Iowa did what Iowa always does so well. The pundits will analyze the results from every angle. We get that. But when you look at how we're doing in New Hampshire, in South Carolina, and beyond, I can safely say, tonight, Iowa made this Republican primary a two-person race. Tonight, I will be back in the great state of New Hampshire. And the question before Americans is now very clear. Do you want more of the same? Or do you want a new generation of conservative leadership?
Well, guess what? You're in for another round of the most entertaining way to celebrate a loss, the third-place saga. I mean, who doesn't love a good plot twist, right? So, here we are, witnessing the grand spectacle of declaring defeat with a flair, essentially transforming the race into a thrilling two-man showdown. And who's the star of the third-place spectacle? None other than Nikki Haley. Yep, she's confidently stepping into the spotlight and echoing the sentiments of our good friend Vivek Ramaswamy. It's like a synchronized dance of political drama, folks. Now let's dive into the fascinating world of polls because, hey, they matter, at least that's what we're told. Remember Iowa? Yeah, the polls were right on the money there. So let's trust these poll wizards and peek into the magical realm of New Hampshire. Nikki Haley, the daring contestant, is allegedly soaring at 30%. Hold your horses, though. Winning New Hampshire is her golden ticket, or so she believes. With Vivek gracefully bowing out, Trump might catch a break, but Nikki's not one to back down. She's in striking distance, whatever that means. Confidence, ladies and gentlemen, confidence. But wait, there's a wild card in the form of Ron DeSantis. Picture this. He's comfortably lounging at 5% in New Hampshire. The burning question is, will he make a grand exit? Because, let's be real, 5% isn't exactly the golden path to victory. The suspense is killing us. What will Ron do? As of this video's creation, our crystal ball hasn't revealed his fate. Maybe he's still hoping for a miracle, or, who knows, playing the spoiler to steal some of Trump's thunder. The plot thickens. Now let's journey to Nikki Haley's home turf, South Carolina. It's like a family feud, but with more politics and less Steve Harvey. Nikki's at 25%, but Trump's the king of the castle with a whopping 55%. Ron's holding his own at 12%, which is commendable, but let's be real, he's not stealing the show. Nikki's barely in the ring, losing by a cool 30 points. Delusional optimism or a cunning strategy? The lines are blurred, my friends. And here's the twist in the tale. What if the establishment has a master plan? Picture this. Nikki Haley, the underdog, rising from the ashes to challenge Trump. It's like a political thriller, court cases, indictments, and a dash of deep state drama. But hold your horses, looks like the plan might be crumbling. The court cases against Trump seem to be unraveling, and the White House seems less elusive for him. However, don't let your guard down, folks. The battle's not over. So, let's be vigilant, stay informed, and most importantly, exercise that right to vote. We don't want Nikki Haley anywhere near the White House, right? The establishment might have a trick or two up its sleeve, but we, the people, hold the power. It's a wild political ride, and who knows what surprises await us. Fingers crossed for a drama-free future, but in politics, you never know, it's always a roller coaster of unpredictability. Remember, the conversation doesn't end here, perfectionists. It continues with each like, comment, and share. Stay informed, stay engaged, and let's keep the dialogue alive. Until next time, this is American Perfectionist signing off, because the world is a stage, and we're all players in the grand political drama. Remember, the quest for a more perfect union never ends. Keep striving, keep questioning, and let's continue this journey towards a better America together. Until next time, stay informed, stay engaged, and always aim for perfection.